from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
Hi again and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bedeau. Fargo police are going over surveillance video in hopes of finding more clues that will lead them to the man who attempted to rob a South Fargo hotel. Police were called to the Vista Inn at I-94 and University Drive just before 11 last night. A man told the front desk clerk that he had a weapon, but he didn't show it, then demanded money. Officers say he left without any money, and they think he got into a car that was waiting for him. A witness told police he saw a car tear out of the parking lot right around that time. Police are looking for a black man in his late teens or early 20s who was wearing a gray shirt and white shorts at the time of the robbery. A 2-month drug investigation across southeast Minnesota has led to 5 arrests and the seizure of a large amount of meth. The bust happened yesterday when officers stopped 3 vehicles near Rochester International Airport. Officers found 10 pounds of meth inside the vehicles. A warrant was served at the house in Sargent, Minnesota, where 3 more pounds of meth was discovered, along with $10,000 in cash. Investigators say the drugs are from Mexico, and meth is a growing problem across Minnesota. Authorities say the drugs have a wholesale value of roughly $300,000. NASA is partnering with the state of North Dakota. The North Dakota Department of Commerce announced today that it has been awarded a 5-year contract to support National Aeronautics and Space Administration unmanned aircraft systems research. The Department of Commerce has received an initial award of nearly $200,000 to support that NASA-developed unmanned aircraft systems traffic management project. It will utilize a diverse group of local partners that includes the University of North Dakota, Sensorin, Aerospace, Alt-Avian, and Botlink. A heads up for drivers. If you're in a hurry, you're probably going to want to avoid Main Avenue in West Fargo. Crews started working on reconstructing a water main in that area this morning. The connection requires underground road work, so crews need to temporarily close an intersection on the south side of Main Avenue at the frontage road and 8th Street West. The closure will run through the weekend and into next week. Marcus Theaters is looking to get a liquor license for their cinemas in Fargo again. The group made an initial pitch last year, but was met with resistance from the community. The public's concern is that adults drinking alcohol would be around young kids. If the company does get a license, they plan to put a lounge in that serves beer, wine, and cocktails. The Liquor Control Board plans to make a decision on the license during their October meeting. It's feeling a little more like fall this afternoon. Cloudy, a little bit cooler. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green to see what we can expect as the day goes on. I know we started with some sprinkles and it feels like it could rain again.
There are some rain showers still going on in parts of Lakes Country, Minnesota. We have some clearing though off to the west in the Fargo-Moorhead area. That may help us to get a little sun and a little warmer today. Taking a peek at our satellite radar composite, you can see that there's a line of rain showers stretching from Bemidji down toward the New York Mills Wadena area back over toward Elbow Lake. Lots of cloud cover associated with that, but there's some clearing just to the west of the metro. Grand Forks enjoying some sunshine right now too before those clouds build in. So we'll see if that helps us out this afternoon. 64 degrees in Fargo and in Grand Forks, 61 in Thief River, or in Fergus Falls rather, and in Detroit Lakes. We have a cold front sweeping through, low pressure system departing, and that means some cooling air behind it. The one warm spot still hanging on to that warm air in Wadena at 72 degrees. Through the rest of the afternoon hours, if we can get that sun to really do its work, we'll see those temperatures rise back into the low 70s in Fargo before starting to take a dip for late tonight and into the early part of the day. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about just how cool we'll be for our Friday in a few minutes.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Lisa. No surprise here, Donald Trump got the most talk time again during last night's CNN Republican debate. But today, the talk is about whether he walked away the winner or whether candidates like Carly Fiorina scored the biggest points. One thing is sure, a lot of people were watching. At one point, 921,000 people were streaming the debate on the internet, in addition to TV. There were 11 candidates involved in the debate, but much of the time it looked like 10 against 1. Frontrunner Donald Trump. This time, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, who Trump has called low energy in the past, came out swinging. It's finally here. The Federal Reserve will issue its long-awaited decision on interest rates this afternoon. Traders across the U.S. and overseas are monitoring the Fed closely as its Monetary Policy Committee prepares to announce its biggest decision in a very long time. The Fed must decide whether the U.S. economy is healthy enough for the first interest rate hike in nearly a decade. The decision could have far-reaching ramifications on stocks, currencies, bonds, mortgages, and even car loans. A powerful magnitude 8.3 earthquake hit off Chile's northern coast last night, causing buildings to sway and bringing flooding from small tsunami waves in some of the shore towns. 5 people are dead and roughly 1 million people fled their homes. There were no reports of serious damage hours after the quake, but officials are still checking the region. Authorities had issued a tsunami alert for the entire Pacific coast, and the tremor was so strong that people on the other side of the continent reported feeling it. Okay, we know lawmakers can get a little feisty, and that was definitely the case in Japan today. Take a look at this. Japan's parliament braced for another battle of wills today after opposition lawmakers used delaying tactics to block an upper house committee from meeting to approve bills that would expand the role of the country's military. As you can see, opposition lawmakers stood around the committee chairman at his seat, berating him, and he refused to back down after he unilaterally declared the meeting open. Coming up on your news at noon, a major fast food chain partners with competitors for a National Peace Day burger. But next here at noon, we'll get a check of our Thursday afternoon weather with meteorologist Lisa Green.
You're watching Valley News.